Ben, who likes to beat the hell out of the team they're playing. They like to play in the mud with an unusual looking ball, not worried about pulled groins, hamstring tears, or broken bones. These guys are tough with a capital T. The St. Louis Bombers Rugby Club began in 1962. They're one of the top rugby teams in the country. They've dominated the Missouri Rugby Union, the MRFU, and they've reached the national finals. Please watch the video. So the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame salutes the St. Louis Bombers Rugby Club with our Champions Award. Ron Lazuski will be here to accept it, and Tim Moore has some certificates, I believe, for the members of the club who are here tonight. Why don't you guys stand up, the people that are here for the rugby club? Look at that crowd. You're all clean. I guess you didn't have a game today, huh?
Well, good evening. My name is Steve Porter, and I'm glad to be here tonight. And I'm very proud to introduce Ron Lazuski of the St. Louis Bombers. Ron has a group here of the Bombers who have been a St. Louis institution. Now, a lot of you know about the history of soccer in St. Louis, tradition-rich history, but rugby is almost as impressive. It goes back, the Bombers, to 1962, 60 years. They've won countless state championships. They finished second in the Nationals. Ron has done the coaching for the team, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the success of the team, but first I think there's a couple of individuals he'd like to recognize.
Thanks, Steve. And first of all, congratulations to all the honorees tonight. We're honored and humbled to be part of this event. So we have our original player coach here tonight from the 1962 team, Gene Gladstone, if you'd please stand up.
Gene.
Thank you, Gene. And also one of my contemporaries, Dan Ward, who was a 45 plus years player and administrator, and he's still an administrator. So Dan Ward, please stand up.
Dan.
That's one of the recipes to our success is we've had some excellent leadership and people that lead the way by example, and that's how we got it done.
Ron, what's very interesting to me is you started in 1962 and immediately were successful. And I take it most of the players were St. Louis area players. How did you become so successful so fast?
I believe there was a turning point in 1962 where the Missouri Union didn't want any sponsors. They don't want your team named after a bar, what have you. So there was this kind of a free agent frenzy, probably you'd call it. And so we had Schumacher's Mortuary would sponsor a team. There was Thurmer's Bar, Sisler Hummel, and then there was a team called the Blacks. So those teams kind of came together and said, hey, let's group up and see what we can get accomplished. In that first, I believe, 6 years, they won 5 of the Union championships. And what's really amazes me is 2 of those years the team was unscored upon and undefeated.
How about that, unscored upon and undefeated? Now, how many Missouri championships did you win?
Oh, I don't know the exact number. I do know from the mid-'90s until the mid-2006 that Missouri Union had a Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. We had 3 teams, A, B, and C team. And for those 13 years, we took out 38 of the 39 possible championships.
Ron, isn't that amazing? 38 championships. Now, Ron told me that if you're unfamiliar with rugby, it's maybe a combination of football and soccer. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe the story goes that there was soccer, and then soccer evolved into rugby, and then football came from rugby. So a lot of the terms you hear when you watch a football game, like in rugby you have the scrum. Well, you have the line of scrimmage. You have in rugby you can be across the goal line and not score. You have to touch the ball down, touchdown. So we use the word try.
And you play all your games at Forest Park. You have through the years and continue to play there.
Yeah, that's been one of the main areas. We've moved around a little bit, nomadic, but we were close to having our own home, but that's in the works. So.
Now, in addition to the Bombers, I believe you helped Lindenwood University develop a championship rugby program, and there are high school teams in St. Louis that continue to play rugby.
Yes, Bombers are behind. I coach Lindbergh. We're right here in Sunset Hills, and they're undefeated in first place this year. Go Flyers! And then Lindenwood University gave me the opportunity to build their varsity program from scratch, and we won a national championship our very first year of existence. So I see one of my coaching buddies over there. So,
Ron, what do you see as the future for rugby in the St. Louis area?
Yeah, the Bombers keep on trucking. We've got rookie rugby that we run. It's 7 to 12-year-olds. And then there's 2 high school teams that we run. We're as many as 12 high school teams now. I think it's 8 this year. A pandemic took a bite out of a lot of sports. So, but now we're grassroots, and we just keep fertilizing and see what grows.
Well, I think the Rugby St. Louis Bombers are true champions and obviously recipients of the Champions Award tonight. Let's give them a big hand. The St. Louis Bombers, winners of the Championship Award, the St. Louis Hall of Fame.